Hello. I know it's been a while since I've done a video. It's been a busy couple of weeks, I guess. Well, I have to have my fourth surgery for another attempt at a another port. I'm prayerful. That's the best way I can put that. I mean, excuse me. We've had three surgeries and they've all been unsuccessful, but I'm still trusting and believing God. Um, I don't know, with everything going on and, the raging gas prices and the cost of food and the cost of living just being just astronomical, it can be quite stressful. I know it is for me. Then I can't work due to me having some health issues. One thing I always tell my husband is to trust God. Just to trust God, even if it seems like everything is falling on you and there's no break. That's when you trust God the most. And what I've known about this life, God never fails. He never fails. Excuse my TV because it's I'm in my room laying down because this is not one of my better days, but as far as I'm feeling, but I'm blessed. May not feel my greatest, but I'm blessed. But what I'm sorry. What I'm learning is that even though you might have things going on in your life, that doesn't mean that you stop smiling, you stop looking at the blessings of life. This morning, everything was going on. I guess my husband said I woke up and I was a little off today. And then the washing machine was acting up and just our son was moving slow. And I just, everything was chaotic this morning. And he was getting frustrated. But I always tell him, I said, well, maybe take time to pray. And so we just have to trust God. Whatever's going on, it'll work itself out. And my husband was like, okay, well, it is what it is, because the washing machine will have to wait. I said, well, I'm just going to trust God. And he thinking it's broke. And I'm like, nope. I was so determined to fix it or to figure it out. It was my focal point today. It was what I was focused on at that moment. I said, no, I'm not accepting that it's broken. It's going to fix itself. And sure enough, he had put too much stuff in the washing machine and it got too heavy. And it has a safety feature where it won't spin so it doesn't break the drum. And that was just a sign that was, just letting me know that, hey, that was for your benefit. So, and it just, we had already yesterday, we had a doctor's appointment early in the morning, and it's been frustrating because we go back to the doctors again and again and again. And for trying to get this port situation straight. And I can be honest and say, um, doctors sometimes don't always have a button of compassion. It can always just be neutral. And that's their job. They have to remain neutral because their job is to mostly make sure you're okay, in a sense, on a health standpoint or whatever. But um, then the discussion is on my right arm, they put this artificial port and it doesn't work and it hurts and it's quite uncomfortable. On top of it itching like crazy. And so the discussion was to take it out. Well, he thought, well, I can do put your new port in your left arm, which that'll be down for 2 weeks, and then remove the other one from your right arm, which is, it could be a simple surgery because he just go where he cut before and try to get it out. And if he can't get it out that way, then he has to make a much bigger cut, which would mean that my arm would be very sore for several weeks. So, and I'd be left with a really hideous scar. And he says to me, I don't know how you feel about that. Well, let me show you. Oh, you can't see it. Here, I'll show you. See that scar? I got a ton of them. You can't see. You see that one? You can barely see it. I got one under my arm, too. So scars, I'm learning to get used to. I got one on my chest. And for all kicks and giggles, I'm going to get another one. So they're my battle wounds. And he agrees, and he says they're just battle wounds. But realistically, who in their right mind wants you to cut on both their arms so they're not able to care for themselves? It's already a challenge. Why in the blue devil, and there is no blue devil, would I want you to cut on both my arms and I can't do nothing for myself? I'm struggling as it is. Are you crazy? So I actually told him, I said, no, let's try the port, and then we'll go back a few weeks after and do this other arm. But yeah, it's been a journey. And my dialysis team laughs at me because I make a lot of jokes. I always tell people you have to laugh to keep from crying. You have to laugh even when it's a bad day. Get a chuckle in there. It could really change your look on your day. It really can. I mean, for me, laughter is some of the best medicine. I love to cook. And in this moment, in this season, that has been a challenge for me, being able to really cook like I want to for my family, because I don't always have the energy, and I don't always, with me having limitedness with my right arm, it can be a little challenging at times. And now they're going to cut on my left arm, which I'm left-handed. That's going to be even more of a challenge. But God is able. So, I deal with it. That's all I can tell you. I deal with it. God takes care of me. Yes, this has been a lot. And there are moments that may be a lot for what I got going on, but never can I say to you that in all of these moments and all of these things I got going on that I don't trust God. To be honest with you, that's all I have. Yes, I know I have my husband, I have my family, but even though they're there, they don't actually know what I'm going through, but God does. They can only observe, but God knows. He knows me through and through. He created me, so He knows how I feel. He knows what I'm going through. And I pray that you understand that is the same for you. That whatever you're going through, God knows. He is our creator, so he knows us through and through. He knows our thoughts, he knows our feelings. So he understands in ways that our family members and our friends won't. And no, we can't physically see him like we can them, but for me it is a comfort to know that I can depend on God, because what I've come to know about man, he's not always dependable. He's just not. Now, I've been blessed and fortunate that I've had some wonderful family members who've come to my aid and come to my rescue. And in this process, it's just been a blessing. And I still have, my additional journeys to go through. I have a whole nother surgery. And that's going to be even more challenging because with me being left-handed, I'm not going to be able to use my left hand. Really, I can't do anything with my left arm too much for a few weeks. So I'm really not going to be able to cook. And you can't. I'm like, what's the fun in that? So, I'm just sharing a little bit of my journey. And what I want you to know, and I want to encourage you to tell you that no matter what you're going through, God is there. He knows. He feels your pain. He knows your pain. Trust in God. I trust God with my whole being, with all that I am. Because to be honest with you, I wouldn't have made it without him. I wouldn't have made it to the next minute without him. So, blessings. The journey continues.